I started to crack my toes and my fingers this morning, but then that's when I realised I didn't actually have any toes or fingers. And that got me thinking, this new mode of transport is insane. That's right, guys. In today's video, we are going to be joined with Myogi in a wonderful collaboration where he shows us some brand new modes of transport that even I didn't know about. So let's get into today's video because your mind is going to be blown. Well, blown away anyway, but it's going to be blown. Let's go. So as I'm on my way to go and meet Myogi, as you can see on screen right now, all of my last subscribers. Absolutely amazing. Now, if you guys want to have your name pop up in the next video, all you need to do is hit that subscribe button and your name will appear in my next video. But I mean, guys, look at all those people. Absolutely fantastic. Hi, everybody.
Right, now, when you land, right, now, can you see the arrows?
Yeah, I can see the arrows, bud.
Now, the arrows point to the different jump-off points. So let me explain the principle of it. These jump points, you can have underwater vents, or you can actually use plants, or believe it or not, you can use biological horrors. With this technique, you can fly to space stations and go inside space stations. You can't go inside the Nexus. You can go past black holes, but not in them. And you can fly from one planet to another planet without taking any damage whatsoever. So it is a new travel method of No Man's Sky. So I'll tell you what, you sit, rather than me do it, you sit in the chair. So just target the chair and just sit in it.
Alright, so let me just explain what's going on here. So essentially Myogi and a few of his friends have built this massive base. Now, have you noticed how there's no chair on this particular setup, where in my last video I showed that you can use a chair to get from point A to point B very, very quickly? They've managed to do it where they're using teleporters. Now, with these teleporters, what happens is they're able to angle to any direction that they want in order for you to be fired in that direction. So if they want to get from one base to another, so from point A to point B super quickly, and these guys have even aimed it towards space stations and black holes and everything. It's actually quite insane what they've managed to do. Now, for this demonstration, they fired me from the very base over there, and it goes over this other base here. They've even got like targeting systems down there. So when you want to stop, you just get up off the invisible chair, which is just your normal button that you would normally get off a chair anyway. And look at that, hey presto, you're here at this base, and it's literally taking 2 seconds. Now you can see they've even got like little targeting areas here where you can land in. I'm assuming it's for like a game or something, but still, absolutely incredible. Now, Myogi did say something rather interesting when I was having a collab with him and the conversation. Now, he said that you can use plants or the abysmal horrors in order to get the same result. So, with plants, it can be one of those like whipping plants, but I wanted to see what other plants that it could happen with. So, I'll come over to a random world and I've found a few of these like snapping plants and normal like fiery plants. I've even done one with an oxygen plant as well to see what would actually happen. Okay, so I'm just finishing setting up here just by placing down this final teleporter. Now, I've had to do it with a teleporter in order to get onto the snapping plant, because what happens is if I were just to put down a normal chair over on top, then I can't physically get into that chair quick enough without the plant snapping. There's just no other way for me to do it. But by using the method that I've just learned off Myogi, where you can use these teleporters, then as you can see, I'm right over the top of it. However, the plant still snaps quicker, in this case, than I'm able to physically get to. Now, I can't even place these any lower, because if I place the teleporter any lower, the snapping plant will actually get destroyed. So unfortunately with snapping plants, you can't actually do it. But I've been told with the ones that like have like the extendable arms, those like whipping plants, you're able to do it with that. So I'm going to go and find one, and then we're going to set up again. Alright, so I found a whippersnapper right behind me. As you can see, it's one of those plants that have like the elongated, like, I don't even know what you call it. I call it a whippersnapper, but you know what I mean. That plant right behind me. I'm going to do the same setup and then see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to go in for another test. I just need to place down this chair, but the setup's exactly the same. Now, I'm going to do this test again, and it didn't work. However, I've come up with a theory, and I didn't realise this at the time when I was doing the recording, but I will come back and revisit this. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've got my difficulty settings set to obviously virtually, you know, no damage from anything, build mode and all that. I've got the cheat settings options to as best as favorable for me, and everything turned off or whatnot. So I'm assuming that's having some sort of confliction to where this pinging action doesn't obviously damage me, therefore it won't actually do anything. Now, it's only just kind of occurred to me, because this was actually taken a few days ago before, if anyone's been reading my community posts, I haven't posted the last few days because I've been doing a PC upgrade. However, it's kind of only just occurred to me that that might have been an actual issue, because I was wondering why this wasn't working, because I've seen Myogi and a few others do this exact same thing and it working no problem. But for love nor money, when I was trying it, I just couldn't get it to work. But I think that's maybe why. Now, have you ever wondered how people build like sky bases in vanilla, or even orbital bases in vanilla? Now, for the longest time, I was absolutely scratching my head thinking, how on earth have people done it? I just assumed they did it with mods or something along the lines of physically installing a base in the game files itself using some kind of advanced editor. Now, using this method, we're able to go all the way up, and if you go just past the cloud line and go into photo mode, what will happen is that will physically stop your character mid-flight, which is exactly what you want. Now from here, what you're able to do is you're able to back out of that and then go into your build option. Now, all you need to do is, when you're in your build option, is you can go and place down a panel of some sort. So for example, I got a wooden floor, and if you place the toggle free placement, you're able to place that directly on the ground. So all we need to do is go ahead and just build a small platform and then get up off your chair like you would normally do. Now, it can be a bit finicky, just as you've seen there as well, is if you don't get it just right, then you'll end up still going off into space or wherever that particular thing's taking you. But if you get it just right like this, you're able to put down a base computer. And once you put down a base computer, well, we all know you can then start building a base up here. And that's exactly what I ended up doing. So I put this massive base up here that is just absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. And I've never had a sky base of my own before, because I never realized how people really did it, and I never really gave it much attention. But I'm really glad that I was able to basically do something like this and have my first ever sky base. I think it looks absolutely incredible, and it was done in vanilla with 0 mods. It's all been done in the game, which is absolutely incredible. So I mean, guys, at the end of the day, Myogi, thank you very much for showing me around the base. He actually showed me around 2 bases. However, I actually lost the footage for the second base, so I do apologize about that. However, nonetheless, Myogi, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very much for showing me. I'm going to revisit back on the plants idea because I need to readjust my settings. I think I know what I did wrong there. But nonetheless, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Have you tried it with plants? Have you even tried getting the new transport method to work with those vents? I mean, did you even know you could even do it for a sky base in vanilla? Absolutely incredible stuff. Anyway, guys, that is everything from me today. As always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.